Hey y'all, so in this video my audio was messed up, so I'm just going to do a voiceover. I'm going to show you how to create some bloody scratches, scabs, scars, just give you some easy tricks, tips that you can do at home. So I'm going to show you a couple of products that I got. One of the first things I have is the Athena palette. You've seen it all over TikTok. You can get it on Amazon, you can find it on Shein, you can get it pretty much anywhere. And you can use that, or you can just go get a single grease pot paint from wherever. You can get them at Walmart, Spirit Halloween, probably a makeup store. You can just find anything like that, and it's just what you're going to use to create these looks. So I'm going to show you how to make that forehead scratch up there, and the palette I'm using is the Beauty Bay Brights palette. This is just the standard one. You don't have to use this, you're just going to use some shades that are in it. So I'm going to go in with that fluffy brush and grab a red shade, and I'm just going to grab a very small amount on my brush. And you can tap it off because you don't want too much product all at once. You're just going to grab it very lightly and start blending it where you want it, just to create that base like the skin is irritated there. So here I am, just blending, getting it into a nice shape that I want. And then because I want it to be a little bit more of like deeper hurt skin, I guess I could say, I'm going to grab a tiny bit of purple and mix it with brown. And I'm going to tap my brush off because, once again, I don't want a lot of product on there. So I'm tapping that off, and then I'm going to go in and add that to get that, really deep hurt wound there. So here I am, just blending that out, blend, get it to the shape that you want again. And this is just going to add more dimension, make it look more realistic. And that's all I'm doing in that palette. So then after this, I'm going to show you this other palette that I got. This is just another grease paint palette. It's just more skin tone colors that you'll use daily. And I'm going to grab a brush with a flat edge. You can use a liner brush, you can use a lip brush, you can use a traditional just straight liner brush, an angled liner brush, eyebrow brush, whatever. Then I'm going to go in with that red shade, and I'm going to get it on the very tip of my brush because I want the brush to be completely flat so I can get a nice crisp line trying to do this. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to start to create the shape of the scar, scratch, whatever it is that I want. So here I am, you can see me creating the scratch. I got that line a little thick. It's okay because it's going to be covered up with a little bit of blood anyways. This is really just like a guideline for how you want it to look. If it's a bigger scar, like the one that was on my chest, you might want it to look a little bit neater, but it's fine for what we're doing. So while I do that, then I go in with a purple in the palette and a brown, and mix that together and add that to it. Okay, so here I'm going in with the Rigid Collodion by Mayron. You can find this on Amazon or at Spirit Halloween currently, and I'm just going to brush that over the skin. So what this is going to do is it's going to tighten your skin. It's mostly just alcohol in this product, and it is just going to tighten your skin and give it that scar effect. The one on my right cheek has that effect as well. Here I'm showing you. It makes like it literally is for scarring, pretty much. You can also see it cause scarring liquid or anything like that. And so yeah, I just place that over it, give it a little bit more dimension. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this is where I go in with that purple and that brown. I mix those together on the brush. Doesn't matter. This is just gonna deepen the cut and make it look like it's a little bit deeper than what it actually is. So here I am, going in with that. I'm placing that more so focused on the center of the scratch. And it's okay if it's not perfect, because once again, it's a scratch. It does not have to be perfect. Scratches are not messy. They're not neat. They're very messy, unpredictable. You don't know what the scratch is going to look like, where it's going to land, so on and so forth. So here I am. Then I'm going to go in with the Athena palette, just because I want a little bit more depth, and I'm going to grab that black shade that's in there. And I'm going to focus that more so on the center, just to deepen that area. Then after I'm done with that, I'm going to show you a few different types of blood you can use. So this is the Mayron Stage Blood. It's going to be more like a bloody scab effect. And this is the Spirit Blood Scab. Sorry, the Stage Blood is not scab. That's more like very thick blood that you'll typically see on more standstill wounds in special effects makeup. So yes, this is the stage blood right here. You can see how sticky that is. And I'm just going to place that in the center of the scab to make it look like it's been freshly cut. There we go. You can see that's looking like I did in fact have a recent cut there. And then I'm going to take some of the scab on a brush from Spirit. And this is going to be truly like a blood clot. And this is going to make it look like it's starting to clot itself, starting to stop bleeding, instead of like that dripping blood effect, like what's coming out of my nose. And then after this, I just take some blood, put it around it, and make it look like I've touched my head recently and kind of smeared the blood right there, you know? Kind of in the movies, how they'll touch their head, they'll be like, oh, I'm bleeding, and get the blood everywhere. This is splatter blood you can also use, and this literally is a very liquidy blood, and you spray it, it splatters. I sprayed it on my hand so I could use that to get some more red around the area. You can do this with eyeshadow if you don't want to buy the blood, but personally I like to add the effects and just go ahead and do it. So I've invested in the products so I can create the look. And yeah, that is how I created this bloody scab. You can go ahead and see me making some finishing touches here. And yeah, there we go. That's how you do it. I hope you all find this really helpful. Thanks for watching.